Hey guys, Patrick here with Hunt the West, and I'm going to be doing an objective review on the Muley Freak Stealth Bino harness. I just took it out yesterday for the first time in the field, a little preseason scouting trip. Kind of weigh in on what worked for me, what didn't, what I think about it, give you some specs on it so you can make an informed decision. I looked at these for quite a while before I decided to purchase it. I looked at a couple different models from a couple different brands. This seemed to have everything that I wanted, that I looked for, but there wasn't a review. Very little information on the web about it, so hopefully this sheds some light and allows you to make a better and more informed decision. This is, like I said, the Stealth Bino harness from Muley Freak. It does come in 4 different colors. You can get Coyote Brown, Ranger Green, like this one, Wolf Gray, or now all multicam. It is 6.5 inches tall, 5.5 inches wide, and 7 ounces for the medium, which is this size, where they have a larger size, which is 7.5 inches tall, 5.5 inches wide, and it weighs like 10 ounces. A little bit bigger. The medium, they say, fits up to 10 by 42s, and the large is for anything bigger than that, whatever you have. I run 10 by 42 Vortex Diamondbacks. I'll tell you that they are snug in here. When they get in, there is a little gap at the top to allow opening, but they are snug. A larger size might have been a better idea for that. Definitely nothing bigger than these 10 by 42s. They're snug, especially when you get the rangefinder in the front. Like I said, it does have this rangefinder pocket in the front. You put whatever you want in there. It's sewn really nicely. You can leave this open. Several times I was walking up and down hills and coulees and had this open with my rangefinder sitting in it. The rangefinder stayed perfectly fine, didn't bobble around, no falling, nothing like that. So that works out really well. It also has 2 side mesh pockets. Pretty small, not going to be able to fit too much, maybe a lens pin or a Spuds cloth or something like that. Muley Freak does provide you with a rain cover. I haven't used this during the rain, but it's totally waterproof. A little loud, but if you're stuck in the rain and you have no other option, it would work great. I'm not going to use this. My Gore-Tex rain suit will fit right over top of this, so if I need that, I can just put my coat on and cover it up. And it does crinkle a little bit. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. It's a little bit brushed, a little softer, but it still has that crinkly sound that I don't really like. The Bino harness also has this flat rear pocket. You're not going to get much in here at all. Your tags, maybe a map if you really want to. It's got a really sturdy backboard that rides really tight to your chest. I never had one issue yesterday at all with this thing moving at even an inch. It stayed tight to me the entire time, which is great. Everything was accessible at all times. They include the back strap and the harness, little pad. It's pretty comfortable. I couldn't even tell it was there other than the weight of my binos. Very comfortable to wear. Breathable. Didn't sweat too much. The backboard being so close to your chest, you do sweat right there, so that did get a little bit, but nothing terrible. They include this little strap or pole here with the double barrel lugs on it. That's so you can adjust the gap height on this when your binos sit in it. There's a little gap at the top. Cinching down on this cord, I don't know if you can see that or not. Cinching down on this cord just kind of pulls that down a little snugger, so if you're running something like an 8 by 42 or whatever, your binos will be a little bit snugger in there than what they would be without that. They have a female Velcro patch with the Muley Freak logo on there, and Muley Freak logo in white on the front of this as well. When I ordered mine, Muley Freak was cool, and they sent me the Muley Freak morale patch, rubber PVC flag. Kind of neat. Looks good. Goes well. No big deal. Doesn't make any noise. The Velcro is not an issue at all. I'm not going to rock it because you never know what can happen out there. And I don't want my morale patch busting a buck. So, female it is for me. We'll go ahead and put this on and show you some of the features and walk you through how it works and what it does and everything. So, pretty simple. Once you get it set up to where you like it the first time, what you do, unbuckle one side strap and slip right into it, just like every other Bino harness on the market. Nothing fancy there. Cinch it down a little bit. They include, you can see these little elastic keepers. Keeps all the excess strapping out of your way. It doesn't dangle, nothing like that. Get it adjusted. Works fine. You can adjust this all the way down to ride just below your sternum here. You can pack it all the way up if you want it nice and tight up under your chin. Or you can do what I've done here and cinch it center chest. That's the most comfortable for me. Doesn't get in the way of anything, doesn't affect my shooting or anything. It's great. I like it right here. They include these two tether straps. I've set up my Diamondback 10x42s from Vortex with the tether straps. Took them off, throw it on the Bino mount for my tripod. No problems there. Pretty quick. If you've ever used a Bino harness or tethers before, you'll recognize the system. Pretty easy. Hangs all the way down here underneath of the bottom pocket for the rangefinder, so it's out of the way if you want to dangle these on your tethers. They're not sitting here in front of your pocket so you can't access anything. They are nice and tucked out of the way. If you want to pull off for whatever reason, just these two little buckles and you're good to go. Put them on a tripod, whatever you need to do. Alright, so this is the front pocket. Like I said, I used my rangefinder in it yesterday. I'm rocking a loophole. Fits in there just fine, sideways and vertically. I have no issues whatsoever. It's a very deep pocket, so it would take a lot of jumbling for this thing to pop out at all. You can go horizontal with this thing and it's not going to fall out either. When it's zipped up, unzipping it, it's relatively quiet. I didn't have too many issues with zipper noise or anything. You take it slow like every other zipper, grip it close to the teeth, go nice and easy. It slides smooth, no big deal. Too easy. Totally accessible, one hand, in, out, you're done. You could keep something else in here. I don't know what it would be, but if you wanted to, there is enough room to stack your rangefinder vertically, keep something else in there small. The horizontal works best for me, rides just fine. It doesn't protrude out sideways any further than it would if there wasn't anything in there. It's very non-intrusive. The side mesh here. Muley Freak also sent me a free bottle of Dustum with my purchase of the Stealth Bino harness. This stuff fits perfect right in here. Super easy, super accessible, one-handed operation, in, out, you're done. Too easy. The included shower cap, I guess, fits really well in the other side if you are going to take it with you. It does fold away nicely right in there. Again, non-intrusive. Can't tell it's there. Weighs absolutely nothing. These pockets keep everything tight to the side of the harness, so there's no sway, no jiggle, no move, nothing. Works out really, really well. Okay, you can hear me when I take that out. It's kind of loud. I'll show you what it looks like when you put it on. It's a big black blob on front of you, and if you're rocking all camo, I hate all black. That's just my personal preference, so you won't see me with this ever. But that's how that works. Okay, the main pocket. It's similar to the QU. All you do is cock your wrist just like this, and it opens up. It reveals your binos in here. Super easy. So I'll show you how that works. I'll collapse mine all the way down. All you do, again, pop it in like that, cock your wrist. It's supposed to stay open for one-handed operation. That's what Muley Freak claims. I find that it does kind of rebound and come back up, and it's difficult to get in and out with one hand. It's doable, absolutely. I prefer using two hands. It's a lot quieter, a lot smoother, but you can get it with just one. But if you were in close on something or didn't want to make noise for whatever reason, I would recommend pulling it out with both hands. It's a lot easier. I never had the issue of sucking down my eye cups like this. I never had to do that. It rides just fine. These 10x42s ride just fine. Eye cups all the way out. There, you can see this gap that I was telling you about. So there is a little bit more room. I wouldn't put anything any bigger than these 10s though. If you suck this down like this, it does close all the way down. Protects really well. Dirt, debris, limbs, whatever, weather. I mean, it does. It goes all the way, completely closed off, and you can still access. If you do cinch down these cords, it does make one-handed operation extremely difficult because that bungee pulls it back towards you, so it won't stay open by itself. It wants to keep closing.